The energy for July is going to be very interesting. So let's just focus on the support that I can give you to navigate through July in the best possible way. We have 2 eclipses coming up. With eclipses, there is a new moon solar eclipse in Cancer at the beginning, and then halfway through we've got a full moon lunar eclipse in Aquarius, and then we've got Mercury retrograde. So the energies of July is about getting really clear on what you're releasing, because we're in the second half of the year now and we're letting go of the past so that we're not carrying those challenging experiences into the second half of the year. Whatever you wanted to create in January 2018, what haven't you had put in place just yet? So the momentum right now is for taking action and creating what you really want. You're at crossroads right now. With the crossroads, it's a transition time of what you want to bring through for the second phase of the year. And with these eclipses, they can be considered either challenges or breakthroughs, depending on how you're perceiving what is going on in your life at that time. So I like to see them as breakthrough, because at times there might be challenges or difficulties, but I want to support you in navigating through that in the best possible way, so that you can consider these challenges opportunities to support your growth and how you're able to shed things from the past. So the new moon solar eclipse in Cancer will help you to be nourishing yourself in a greater way. How can you deepen your self-care? How can you support yourself in greater ways that you haven't allowed yourself to connect to? So this has to change your self-care, especially as sensitives, empaths, intuitives, especially if we are running a healing practice, because these things can pull us away from being in alignment, being really clear on our needs and how we can have sustained growth for not just the second half of the year, for our whole life. So this is about nurturing ourselves in a greater way. This is the breakthrough, because we can be pulled at that time by others needing us. So we can still support others, but in our time, or perhaps not at all, or perhaps delegate to somebody else. So as we connect to that deeper alignment, really feel that support that is around you, that's always been around you. Call in the guides and really connect deeply to the earth. As we make that connection, we're allowing the possibilities to open up, the doorways that are available to us now, so that we can step into the second half of July with that full moon in Aquarius. And Aquarius is always about the greater vision, the humanitarian that always looks at the biggest perspective. So because that one is a lunar eclipse, it will help us to get a better eye view of what's going on in our life and how we can start to see the grander vision of our destiny. So this is a breakthrough month, but that full moon will also help to break us through into seeing what do we want to bring through for our mission, our purpose, which is what I always support my clients in. What are you really here to do? So if you feel that you'd love some support through this month, reach out, because it may be challenging for you. So, and the last little bit for July is Mercury retrograde. And as we know, it's a great time to declutter, not start any new projects, and that comes in around the 25th of the month and will go through for 3 weeks. So our intuition, that's what I found with Mercury retrograde, can really be heightened. Our perception of wisdom and guidance will be activated in a deeper level. And because that's in Leo, it's about honouring your authenticity and leadership, taking a lead in your own life where you perhaps haven't taken enough action in the past, there'll be more inspiration to follow through with things for that 25th of July period for the next 3 weeks. So as I said, this month is all about crossroads and letting go and shedding the version of you that has been holding you back. So consider the challenges you may have experienced in the last 6 months. What part of you is willing to die? What part of you are willing to shed? I'm all about the rebirth. I'm all about shedding layers that no longer serve. So what part of you is still dragging aspects of yourself into this new month of July that you don't want to carry anymore? So let's just check in now, that crown. What part of you isn't stepping up to being the spiritual teacher or leader? What part of you is not owning you being the goddess or the priestess that really wants to come through in a greater way? Because these crossroads are a really pivotal point. You can't do the same thing anymore. It has to change. For you to really invoke the doorways and possibilities that are open for you now, you have to start taking ownership of your spiritual gifts, to take the leadership on that you are here and destined to be. And think about activating the solar plexus, that warrior part of you, the one that is an advocate and takes a stand for others. What is your mission? What is your purpose that you want to really bring through? And you may already have considered that you are a healer, but how are you bringing that through in a greater way to reach the people that need you, that are looking for you? And then finally, we want to really activate the base chakra so that we are feeling stable and grounded in our truth, in our authenticity and integrity, feeling connected to the earth, so that we're here in the present and not flicking too far into the future or hooking into the past of all this evidence of things that haven't worked for us. We were letting go of that too, and bring that alignment through from the divine up through the earth, activating the crown, activating the solar plexus and the base, so that you are fully integrated in who you are meant to be for this month, for the next 6 months. And for those that are ready to work with me in a deeper way with their conscious business, with supporting other counselors, healers, and being a facilitator, if you would love some support in that area, just reach out. I'm in a program currently that I'm supporting other women, and I'm willing to share that information with you for July and onwards, so that I could help to elevate your standing, your mission, and your sacred leadership, and really owning what you are here to become, so that those doors then become so much easier, that we're able to navigate these challenges with just a slight maneuvering through. So let's just activate this month in the best possible way, and calling in those guides that support us through these challenges, so that we are staying anchored in the present and truly honouring our path forward, calling in those people that are ready to support us this month, and opening those doorways and those gateways, because we are of value. We are so needed right now. Feel that expansion and that opening of those doors. As we lower those resistances where we have been wounded in the past, we need to dissolve the next layer to let in others that want to contribute to us in a greater way. So just call in that new possibility of support to help us through July.